Hey guys, it's Pope. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a video all about what to do after you've completed a cut. And when I say cut, I mean like a fat loss phase or a weight loss journey, anything like that where you're trying to shed body fat and you have dieted down, and then what? I want to preface this video by mentioning I have made all of these mistakes myself, so I'm making this video for you guys so that you can learn from my mistakes and not have to live through them like I did. Mistake number one is having too many untracked or splurge meals right when you get done with your cut. A lot of times when you're doing a cutting phase, it's for a special event. In my case, it's for bodybuilding shows. That's a pretty common reason why people are doing a cut. Sometimes it's for a special event like a wedding, or you've got, say, a big weight loss journey that you've just completed. Say you lost 50 pounds and you want to celebrate it, or you're just happy with what you've done with your body composition and you're like, okay, I'm done dieting. I'm going to go eat whatever I want now, or I've done my competition and I'm going to go celebrate all of that hard work. And while yes, that's important to go let loose a little bit after you've checked off your goal, but doing too much of that can cause a problem. This is going to cause your weight to rebound very quickly if you do a lot of splurge meals, especially back to back. It's really common, especially after a bodybuilding show, to want to just eat everything in sight, and that is a big no-no because you're going to put on a bunch of body fat right back after you've just worked so hard to diet down. The key to not making this mistake is really planning out those splurge or celebration meals at the end of your cut. So if you had a special event you cut down for or a bodybuilding show, plan that super fun night out, maybe a brunch the next day, but the key is to setting like a time limit or like a night out only that you're going to go eat whatever you want and not let it bleed over into the next day or days or weeks, even worse. Planning out your splurge meals and being strategic with it and then getting right back to the foods and meals your body is used to is how you can keep your hard-earned progress and not have a big rebound effect after the cut. Mistake number two is not having a plan of action for what you're going to do with your diet after you finish a cut or a fat loss phase. Most of the time when you finish a fat loss phase, what is imperative to do as the next step is what is called a reverse diet. If you don't have a plan in place to reverse diet, that is just a big no-no. I actually have worked with coaches before where they sell like a show prep package and that's it. There's no support post-show, no reverse dieting phase, and that is just so terrible, honestly. We need to have a strategic plan in place for post-show reverse diet with the same amount of accountability and the same structure as you did during the fat loss phase. What we do during a reverse diet is slowly increase calories, pretty similar to how you decreased calories during the fat loss phase. But what we're trying to do now is increase our intake while we maintain weight. Usually that's the goal of a reverse diet. If your goal is to maintain your physique, maintain the body fat percentage that you just worked for during a cut, the reverse dieting phase is so important. What we do during a reverse diet is train our metabolism to run off of more fuel without adding that body fat back on. This is why we need a very structured plan in the phase following a fat loss phase, because this needs to be done very slowly and very gradually for that process to happen and you not see the body fat or not see the weight gain rise. This is when that saying comes in, fail to plan, plan to fail. Mistake number three is consuming too much alcohol. I personally very much enjoy having a drink. I am a gin drinker and I love a good margarita, but it has become more and more apparent to me over the years just how detrimental alcohol is to body composition. And so I've really dialed back my drinking in recent years, especially since starting bodybuilding. But one mistake that I definitely was making, not this past season, but the season before, was after my bodybuilding shows when I was super depleted, very low body fat, my body was very starving for nutrients. What I would do is step off stage and immediately go out to eat and have a few drinks, which seems like not a big deal, but that was when my body was, like I said, so depleted and just ready to soak up any nutrients I was going to give it, any surplus I was going to give my body. It was ready to store fat. and then add on alcohol to that, I was getting such a high rebound in my weight from every show I was doing because I was having those drinks. Maybe not even just the night of the show, but a couple days after the show. And I was putting my body in a state where it was just going to store all of the food I was giving it, and my metabolism not processing the food like it normally would. Alcohol actually shuts down fat metabolism, and instead you just store it, and that can last up to 36 hours after drinking. As much as you may want to be like really celebrating after a fat loss phase, especially if you dieted down for an event similar to me with my bodybuilding shows, this is going to be such a big no-no to have at least a bunch of days in a row of drinks. Trying to limit that to a indulge in moderation amount is going to keep that hard-earned progress and keep you from regressing. I know this is a hard one, but the truth is what the truth is. These are the facts, and consuming too much alcohol will undo that hard-earned progress that you made with your fat loss. And finally, mistake number 4 is not staying in your routine. When we're in a fat loss phase, especially in a bodybuilding prep, you are so structured. You're hell-bent on making that progress. You're getting up early to do your cardio sessions. You never miss a workout. You're tracking your macros to the T. You're making sure you get enough water. You're keeping up with your vitamins and supplements. All of these things are very regimented. And a lot of times, after the fat loss phase is over, people lose that routine. When we lose that structure, it is so much harder to stay disciplined. It's so much harder to stay motivated. And it's so much harder to hang on to that solid body composition because we're not stacking those wins every day. We're not checking the boxes. So it's so important to keep a routine. Yes, the cardio may be pulled out. So maybe you get up and you walk your dogs when you used to be doing your cardio sessions. We make sure and put the workouts on the calendar. We prioritize that meeting with ourselves 4 times a week or however many times you plan on training. Keeping up with your routine, making sure you're still tracking your macros, all of these things are going to set you up for success during a reverse dieting phase or into a mass phase, and make sure you continue along your progression no matter what phase you're in, whether it's fat loss, maintenance, trying to put on lean tissue to add muscle. It's always important to keep your routine so you can keep pushing forward. It's very common for there to be post-competition blues, and a lot of times this comes from getting out of that routine, getting out of all of that structure. I really believe that we thrive in structure and thrive in routine. When you come out of that fat loss phase, yes, you don't need to be so regimented because you're not pushing for that ultimate goal that you were working for all along, but you do need to stay in your routine just for your mental health. It's so good for us to have structure in our lives. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, all of these are mistakes that I've made personally, and I'm trying to learn and grow from my mistakes previously and do better now. So comparing this season I just got done of a string of shows that I did to last season and how I'm recovering from those shows, it's like a night and day difference. I'm telling you, these things will make a big impact if you do them correctly. To show you what a big comparison it is, in my 2023 season, I got off stage weighing 64 kilos and I rebounded all the way up to 72 kilos in my off season. This time I'm on a diet break after my 2024 season, and I was on stage again right around 64 kilos, and now I'm maintaining 66 kilos, just 2 kilos heavier at a much higher calorie intake than I ever got to last season. Making sure you don't make these mistakes is going to make such a big difference in the physique you're able to maintain, how much you're able to eat in your off season, and the amount of time for growth you will have because you'll be able to keep increasing calories. There's so many positives that can come from making sure you don't make these few mistakes, and I'm living proof of it. And I just wanted to show you guys like an example of what a difference it can make when you get these few things dialed in. I am accepting one-on-one nutrition clients. If you're looking for some help reaching your goals, I would be happy to work with you. I work with all fitness levels and all strength sports. I have a background in weightlifting, and I've also competed nationally in powerlifting, and I am a pro in bodybuilding. So I have experience in all the strength sports, and I would love to work with you no matter what style of exercise you enjoy. I can help you reach your goals. You can either book a call with me and we can go over your goals and create a plan of attack to help you reach those goals, or you can go ahead and sign up for coaching on my website. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye.